Are you trying to eat healthily but totally over boring breakfast ideas that make you feel hungry and have cravings a few hours later? In this video, I'll give you 5 of my favorite breakfast ideas that will keep you energized and stable all day long. I'll give you the #1 secret to making sure your blood sugar stays balanced with that first meal of the day, and I will give you several ideas to find some breakfast that you love. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, The Lion's Share Wellness, to make sure that you do not miss out on all of the nutrition and wellness tips and tricks that I release each week. Look, I get it. I grew up eating Pop-Tarts and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and all of that, and then I transitioned to low-fat muffins in college, and then once I entered the working world, I ate what I thought was the healthiest breakfast available, oatmeal and bananas and berries and something like that. But I could never figure out why I felt awful all the time. My sugar cravings were through the roof. I had energy rises and slumps, riding that energy roller coaster all throughout the day. And I really thought that a few hours after breakfast, I needed either a nap or a candy bar just to get through the day. It honestly took me a master's in holistic nutrition and a whole bunch of certifications to figure out what was going on with my energy slumps, but I'm gonna give it to you here in the next 5 minutes. Having sweet, carbohydrate-filled breakfast puts us on that blood sugar roller coaster right from the beginning of the day. This lasts virtually all day, making it almost impossible to stave off cravings and keep your hand out of that candy jar. It's not your fault. It's your breakfast's fault. The key to setting yourself up for success is to have a savory breakfast that is rich in protein and healthy fat. I have a whole podcast about this, which I'll link below. But just think about what most of the standard American breakfasts are. They're bagels and Pop-Tarts and pancakes and oatmeal and even fruit. It's all carbs. And all of these carbs make our blood sugar rise, and then our insulin rises to follow, and we crash down the other side, feeling that energy slump. And the excess insulin that's needed to be released causes us to store fat and causes a bunch of other things down the road that we do not want to deal with. This is not a great way to start the day. Now, I knew this scientifically all along, but it wasn't until I started my experiment with the continuous glucose monitor that I really could see the data in myself. Once I had that sweet breakfast and I spiked in the morning, I was a roller coaster all throughout the rest of the day. But when I started my breakfast with a fiber-filled, protein-filled, healthy fat-filled, savory breakfast, my blood sugar stayed a lot more stable through the day. I felt a lot better, and that's what I want to help you do. So today, we're going to work on some tasty, protein-rich, savory breakfasts that are going to make you feel amazing. Now, if you're thinking, does she actually crave this stuff in the morning? The truth is no. I'd eat chocolate for breakfast, chocolate for lunch, chocolate for snack, chocolate for dinner. I have a sweet tooth. I would always crave or choose, taste-wise, sweet over savory. But after seeing the difference in how these breakfasts made me feel, I will never go back. So even if my brain is asking for ice cream in the morning, or my inner voice is asking for ice cream in the morning, I override it, and I know that these breakfasts, which I actually like and enjoy eating, they'll make me feel so much better. So it only takes that moment of willpower, and if you have them made in advance, that's great. No willpower needed. Just do the thing, heat it up, get it ready, and know that you'll feel so much better all throughout the day. So let's get into the breakfast. The first one is one of my favorite savory breakfasts. This is the breakfast casserole. Great way to get in some protein, healthy fat, lots of veggies in here, but it tastes really delicious and comforting. So what I do for the breakfast casserole is I layer a bag of cauliflower rice on the bottom, sprinkle some seasoned salt, layer a bag of broccoli slaw, more seasoned salt because the more seasoning the better. Then I saute in a separate pan some ground turkey, with not olives, onions, garlic, any more spices if you want that. I'll post a link to the full recipe below, but this can be customized completely the way you want it to. Once that turkey's sauteed and cooked all the way through, I'll put those turkey crumbles on top of the broccoli slaw. In one more separate bowl, I'll whisk together 9 to 12 eggs. I like to add some salsa in there, a good cup or so. Whisk that all together, pour it over the top. An extra bonus is to get some everything but the bagel seasoning, sprinkle that on top. Put it in the oven, 425 for about 40 minutes until the top gets nice and crispy brown. This will make you several servings through the week and keep you feeling so good. Second option I have here is the breakfast Buddha bowl. So you can do whatever vegetables you want on the bottom. I have here roasted cauliflower, rice, and broccoli slaw, because they were left over from the breakfast casserole, let's be honest. But I like to do Brussels sprouts, you could do peppers, you could do broccoli, you could do zucchini, any vegetables you want on the bottom. You could do this with mixed greens too. A breakfast salad is all the rage these days. Then I add in some breakfast sausage. I like to use the Applegate Organics chicken and apple sausage. There's a great savory turkey sausage as well. Whatever breakfast sausage or protein option you want. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with some avocado, so get those healthy fats in there. I like to put some salsa or other kind of seasoning or flavoring on top of this, but what a hearty, filling, delicious breakfast that's gonna make you feel amazing all throughout the day. Okay, so before I go on, I'm dying to know which of these two is your favorite so far. Would you rather have the breakfast casserole or the breakfast Buddha bowl? Put it in the comments below so I know which one you're craving so far. Now, the next one is pretty fun. Here, oh, I lost it. It's right in front of me. This is a stuffed acorn squash. So if you've never had acorn squash before, this is a pretty small one. They come in all different sizes, but it is so fallish. The flavor is comforting. You're getting that nice mouthfeel of a more bready, more carbohydrate-rich food. However, they're so full of fiber and nutrients, and what you're putting in or on top is going to keep your blood sugar balanced, so you get the best of both worlds. Now, what I did is I cut the acorn squash in half, put it face down on a baking sheet, cooked it for about 30 minutes at 425 until it just started to be caramelized. Then separately, I sauteed some ground turkey, again, because it was left over, but you can do this with tofu. You can do this with any kind of protein you want. I also put in some baby portobello mushrooms and some spinach and let that all cook together. I added a little bit of garlic and then I added some pesto, just store-bought pesto, a couple tablespoons in there of pesto to make it feel so decadent, taste so decadent, and really keep us full for longer. That pesto has a bunch of healthy fat, which is great for us. Then I just simply stuffed. This is a little bitty acorn squash, so I'm gonna go ahead and have both halves. But if you get a bigger one, you might wanna do one half stuffed with the filling. That is such a wonderful breakfast. If you're like, that's a little too far, consider putting yogurt, plain yogurt, with maybe some flaxseed, chia seed, almonds, pecans, something like that in the acorn squash as well. Or instead, maybe you don't want to do all that. Pesto and yogurt doesn't seem to go together. But some unflavored plain yogurt with some cinnamon, some pecans, something like that in the acorn squash would be amazing. Next up, we've got a breakfast hash. Breakfast hash, again, is totally customizable. So what I do, I like to saute some onions and garlic. Always start with that, and about a tablespoon of ghee, which is a nice high heat cooking fat. I like to saute those until they're translucent. Add in the ground turkey. Again, here you could use anything, tofu, ground chicken, whatever, sausage, whatever protein you like to have in the morning. And once that's cooked through, then I add in some vegetables. I like to go for 3 kinds of vegetables. Generally, I have a starchier one like sweet potato, which I used in this one, or parsnips or something like that. And then I have 2 non-starchy vegetables. For ease, I just use zucchini and yellow squash in this one. You can use broccoli slaw. You can use broccoli, green beans, zucchini, asparagus, you name it. Go to town with your breakfast hash. Here's the key. You need Chinese 5-spice. This is a spice blend that is So warming in the morning. It tastes like heaven. You add in a lot of that. Honestly, I add in like probably 2 tablespoons. I just go crazy with that Chinese 5 spice. Stir it all around. Let it cook until those vegetables are soft, and that's going to make you 4 servings. This reheats so well. It keeps you feeling great all throughout the day. And then the last option for you today, we've got some egg muffins. These are so easy to make. Spray the muffin tin, then you're gonna sprinkle in whatever veggies you want. I did a little bit of cauliflower rice, I did some cherry tomatoes, I did some broccoli cut up in here, scrambled together some eggs. Again, I like to put in salsa for more flavor. Pour that egg mixture on top until the cups are full, and you're gonna wanna cook this at 350 or so for about 15 minutes until it starts to get a little bit brown on the top and you know that the eggs are all the way cooked through. So you can pop these out, have 3 or so of them. By the way, that recipe that I just made, that I just said, you can make as many as you want. Just customize the number of eggs to the number of cups you're gonna fill. Here, because I made like a jillion breakfasts for you all this week, I only made 6 egg cups. So bravo for you. You made it through all of those 5 ideas. You're already committed to taking a great step for your health by shifting your breakfast to a savory, vegetable-filled breakfast. So way to go. And because you made it through this whole entire video, I already know that you're committed to your health. You're ready to make some improvements, and you are exactly the type of person I'm looking for my Revitalize Health Accelerator. The Revitalize Health Accelerator is the best way to stay informed, empowered, and motivated about your health 24/7, 365. You have access to me at all times. You have weekly check-ins with me. You have twice weekly live group coaching calls with the group. The group is just full of such amazing people committed to changing and improving their health. We cover every single topic, from supplements to stress management, from emotional eating to macronutrient balance, special event eating, you name it, we've got it all in there. So if you're looking for a way to stop feeling frustrated and discouraged about your health and start feeling empowered and motivated, then you can go below and find the link to my calendar directly. Just set up a quick chat with me, no pressure. We're gonna talk about your goals. We're gonna see if this is a right fit for you. Let's get on that right now. Go down to the link there and click it. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thank you for watching, my friends. Your next step is to head down to that link, set up a time to chat with me about Revitalize, and then like this video and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any tips just like this from me in the future. Here's to starting our day in the healthiest way.